I don't know why I shut off. I don't know what I did. What did I do, IG? I apologize for whatever. I apologize. All right, that was enough of my background history. Healing Hurt. I'm sorry. I don't know what ministries. I don't know what happened. I guess they didn't like our little conversation. But yeah, that's so crazy. But I'm adding Healing Hurt Ministries back, so I apologize. All right. Uh oh.
It's all good because I didn't realize I was on my personal page.
Oh, you can't do
So
it on your.
I was on Healing Hurting Women. Now I'm on Healing Hurting. It's
Okay, girl. I don't know. I don't know what happened. It was like your ended, so I don't. That's weird. All
that
right,
was
but
God because I'm glad. I was like, that don't say Healing Hurting Men. And so I was like, oh man, I opened up
men's
my
ministry. Yep,
passport.
you were on your Momo page. Yep,
We're
yep,
good.
yep. But congratulations to you, Momo.
Thank
Let's get
you.
into it.
Congratulations to us.
Thank you. Clock it. All right,
Yes.
let's get into it. Discussions with Dee Dee Parker. Like I said, I'm a firm believer. I don't just hold gender accountability. Like I believe in holding men and women accountable. So I know my men probably feel like, damn, Dee Dee's been hard on us lately. But no, I just want to shine a light on it. You know the song, shine a light on it. I want to shine a light to the things that are going on in the Black community. But today we're talking about and this guy, he posed this question on social media. Man says false accusers should be put on a public registry. So the
Yeah.
question today is, women who make false allegations, I guess I could say women and men who make false allegations, should they be subject to be put on a registry, or
Yes.
should they go to jail
Yes.
even?
They should. Absolutely. Because this is what happens in that. You defame the character of someone. Their life now has to change for whatever you didn't put this person in. So that's mental health is my ballpark. Mental anguish is when you make somebody feel sorrow. If I make you feel sorrow, that means I deliberately tried to cause you harm and pain.
Okay.
So if I lie and say, Dee Dee Parker, you stole my car and took it joyriding, when I in fact said, Dee Dee Parker, girl, you can use my car, but because I got mad at you, you go to jail in it and then come back. It was me. Should I be in trouble for lying?
Yeah.
Because you just now had to go to jail, put your fingerprints. That's your personal now getting interrogated off of my life. I
Right.
deserve the penalty because this is what happens in it. If I could do it to you, I could do it to everybody and they'll still believe me because I'm the victim. So
Right.
when we play victim in something that we cause the harm, yes, we absolutely should be accountable for it.
Okay.
If anybody causes harm to another human being by lying on them and causing them to have to go through a jail process, shame on them because now you make that person terrified
Okay.
because no one needs to go into that system. That's the same. Have you ever met somebody in a foster care system?
Um, no, but I've heard plenty of horror stories.
So what do you think is happening in a child's being taken from their parents? What do you think is going in that child's mind?
Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine. I'm sure it's horrifying. It's a like traumatizing situation. I'm sure of it.
So imagine if I get put in handcuffs and put in a car and a go and get booked for something I did not do because someone wants to make me their whatever. Absolutely, you have done something to me. Now I should be able to
Hey, Harlem Nights.
get you prosecuted for it. Like you should be able to go to civil court and sue that person for mental anguish because of what you now have to. You're a victim now because someone changed your life. They've altered it in some way. You were fine up until that moment, and now you have to
No.
heal from that moment and move forward. And now you're looking at life as everybody's after me now because it's paranoia because someone took away your freedom.
Right.
Do you see they deserve to be now put on blast as a liar because they're going around terrorizing people's characters and their life, and it's wrong. Remember the football player? He
Stephon
was
Diggs, and that's where this came
no.
from.
This was in California. He was scheduled to go to USC. This was one of the best football players they had. And the USC coach ended up going to the Seahawks. That young man had to go to prison because the girl lied and said he raped her. They got a settlement from the school. This was high school. They
Yeah.
ruined that man's future and broke his spirit at the same time. Found out the girl lied about it. Should she be held accountable?
Mm. Hold
And
on, Mo. Hold
and
on, Mo.
got a settlement.
Because we got some new folks and they don't know what we talked about. New
Okay.
folks, welcome to Discussions with Dee Dee Parker. So
Hey, Jeff.
this man posed the question on social, and I wanted to pose it to the chat. Should false accusers be put on a public registry or go to jail? That's the question today. Should false accusers be put on a public registry or go to jail? And this question kind of stems from Stephon Diggs. I don't know if you kept up with that and what was going on with that. Well, he was accused by his chef of
Oh, the girl
strangulation.
was dancing
Right.
behind. Yeah.
So they just recently found him not guilty. So people were like, if you watch some of her testimony, you would be like, question mark, question mark, question mark. Even though because Mo, we've been victims of things, okay?
Yeah.
Um, and I don't like to victim bash, but the math wasn't mathing, in my opinion.
You know what
Joey
it
Kick said yes,
makes?
yes, and yes.
What it makes Didi, this is what happens like this. The girls or the boys that cry wolf make it hard for people who actually got victim eyes in something. And so when you cannot tell the real from the fake, it's really hard to now determine. When I tell people this here, right here, the mental, you have to know a person's character to determine if someone is stable or unstable. Because you have people who are delusional and they
Yeah,
make up stories in their mind that I've seen girls who say a guy is their dude and fantasize or whatever. And in their mind, the dude's like, nah, we ain't like that. And so the
right.
girl, in her mind, all of these things trying to force this guy on, and he's telling her, I don't like you like
Yeah,
that. If you can't hear what he's saying, you put yourself in that situation. You didn't know when to back off that he's telling you you're not the one. He's not going to marry you. So your emotions are now on the table and you're going to get mad. Like I tell y'all, it stems back to that movie that every woman was parading around with Taraji P. Henson. I forget the name. Acrimony.
yes, acrimony.
But
Yes,
if you look at the movie, she chose all of those choices. And when it did not go right in her favor because she wanted to rush that man, she did that to herself. So she's not a victim. She just made poor choices.
yeah.
You
She shouldn't have listened to her damn sisters.
and
Yeah,
you can't listen to people who are miserable because they're going to give you miserable advice.
right,
And then they didn't want to take the blame when she started going off on them.
right.
Accountability is this. I made poor decisions in my life. I didn't think it through, and this is the outcome of it. Because right now, what we see in the society we live in, this is the outcome of what happened before we even got here.
Yeah,
Our job is to now fix what they broke
right.
because it's just going in circles and no one's seeing it's not helping nobody what we're doing.
Yeah,
And there are people that have to see if we were to get in a room full of other ethnicities, they're going to support their own. We're the ones that kill our sisters and brothers off, help the enemy kill us. It's us. So we have to do the stand and say it starts with me. So
yeah,
as we're here today, I'm going to take a stand and take accountability. When I'm wrong, I will say yes.
yeah, yes,
The thing is, in that apology, though, Didi, it's the action that comes after.
yes.
Do you
It
know
is.
what reparations is?
You said what was it?
Do you know what reparations are?
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
A lot
Absolutely.
of people don't, Didi, and so because they hear the word, but they don't know, it's just to repair what was broken. So we as a society agree a certain group of people were mistreated, yes?
Yes, absolutely.
But I said this conversation today with my beautiful mother-in-law, and I said, Grandma, because I call her Grandma. I say, if you clock in to a job and they abuse you, is that your choice to get abused in that job that pays you money, or you have a right to stand up for yourself in that abuse?
What did she say? Interesting.
She said, I said, Grandma, don't that sound like slavery today? She said, absolutely. I said, that's what we do to ourselves. If you go to a job and you clock in and they give you rules and say you can't talk on your phone, you're in prison, basically,
Yeah, yeah,
because you're under their command
yeah,
because they're paying you a salary. And so I asked myself this question. After the sexual assault happened to me on my job, they asked me if I took the job back, if they offered it, would I take it? I said, y'all can't afford me now. My price
yeah,
just
yeah,
because you guys pay me not enough to get sexually assaulted, not enough to get mentally abused. I
yeah,
was okay with all the rest of the stuff until someone was sexually assaulting me.
yeah,
That's where I drew the line.
yeah,
We have to determine, is our mental really important or do we just want to make money? Because any job that messes with your mental is not worth it. No amount of money can make me go crazy in it because
ooh,
that's the
Mama, I
truth.
feel like you're talking to me today, girl. Wait a
Your
minute.
job should have amenities, baby. Every job that I've had to it had to accommodate me. And some I had to have a reason to get my butt up every day to come to this job and give you my
Yeah.
time. So if I'm giving you my time, you better treat me right. When they didn't treat me right, I left.
But you know what, Momo? And hold that thought, because we do got some new folks popping on and off. New folks, welcome. Discussions with Dee Dee Parker. A man posed the question, especially after what happened yesterday with the Stephon Diggs verdict, him being found not guilty. The question was, should false accusers be put on a public registry or go to jail? And hold on, I want to read some of these comments because Mama said, I remember the story. He was in college and lost his scholarship, and it took some time for them to find out she was lying. She said she was a YT and he was black, of course. He was guilty. Joey Cake said there has to be more consequences. There are men in prison today because of lies that were told. Joey Cake said to disrespect, no disrespect to real victims, but there's a difference between being a victim and being bitter and not getting your way.
Exactly.
Uh, and my who is this? Hold on. Joey Cake said a woman that I work with accused 3 men of sexual assault at a party that I had just left. They did run a choo-choo, but her fiance found out, so she said that it was without consent.
Because
The
she was
police were called that following Monday. They questioned me as well, but I didn't see anything. I had left. Ooh, child. Now, Momo, because I do feel Healing Hurt Ministries, I do feel like you speaking to me. Now, my question to you is because I know you said we shouldn't stay somewhere where we feel disrespected, but what do you say to those people who that's their only lifeline? Like that's the only source of income.
it's never going to be your only source. That's a mindset. So while you're there, mentally check out and say, I'm somewhere else and get away. Because what happens is we stay stuck in something because of our fear. We say, oh, there's nothing else out there. Girl, I've had every kind of job since I was able to work. So there's
Yeah.
always going to be something out there. Just make sure when you do take on a job, it's something that someone needs. I've always learned if we push in a product, make sure it's a product somebody needs. With
Yeah.
me and music, if you go everywhere, Dee, music gets played.
Yeah.
So I know me singing, yes, I will make an album, whoopie, whoopie, whoop. But if I hear people saying singers, they really don't have money like that because they have to really, really work to get. If you see a lot of these singers are tired because they have these crazy conditions and terms to work for the money that they're getting, and it's
Yes.
just not worth it. So
Yeah.
again, I said, instead of me working for somebody, with me working with legendary Daz Dillinger, he showed me how to do it because he was with Death Row Records. You got to
Yeah.
understand that.
Yeah.
Record company was black owned and it moved beautifully with the sales of the records, yeah?
Mhm. Mhm.
But behind the scenes, wasn't in our chaos.
Baby, I mean, from what I seen, yeah.
let me ask you this question. Would you want to work just because we producing all these great albums, but if the work conditions is poor, I'm not staying there.
Yeah.
So I would probably have not been able to work in those working conditions because if those horror stories that they're saying, girl, it
Yeah.
would have been, I would have had everybody, all my family would have pulled up like, what's going on? And I got
Yeah.
a big family. So that whole little building would have been my family out there like, they tripping in here. So
Yeah.
when you go to work, you're supposed to be focused on making your money. Girl, you can't concentrate where you're being disrespected.
Yeah.
So I always look at myself as how does it benefit me? Because if I take this crap home, that's on me, right?
Yeah.
And
Well,
a lot
you
of
you
people
got a
are
good point.
leave work home in that energy and take it out on the kids, take it out on the husband.
Yeah.
And I had to
Yeah.
learn you can't do that. So I
Yeah.
learned a lot in working for someone else. If it distracts and disrupts my family life, it's not for me. It's not worth the money.
Now, I want to go back to the college student because we're talking about should false accusers be put on a public registry? I mean, they have registries for everything else. So it kind of does make sense if you do make but how would they prove that the allegations were false? Because I mean, it's basically it was Stefan's word against the chef's word,
But
and
the
for
video
him,
shows she was dancing around. And okay, so this is the thing. What did she accuse him of?
strangulation and some other charges, I believe. I'm not sure
Oh,
all the charges. I know she accused him definitely of strangling her.
so she's accused him of domestic violence.
Yes.
Fight. Okay.
Yes. Hey, Gemini Smiley.
If you're scared of someone, Dee Dee Parker, are you dancing with them? Or are you running away from them?
I would not be trying to work in that. First of all, I'm telling mama. I'm telling mama. Mama, what I need to do. I tell mama everything. Listen, mama, what I need to do.
But
Um,
see, you got a good mother that probably would come out here and whoop his butt. But this is the thing. You can't be an active participant in it and then play victim in it
mm,
because usually what happens with women and now men are doing it because I see everybody doing it. So I'm gonna say everyone does this really big thing and we're not
Cause
supposed
I
to do
saw
it.
some people. I saw some men suing Diddy. No
Well,
Diddy.
that's what I'm saying. Everybody does this one thing that God told us not to do. You want to hear what it is?
What is it?
Gossip. So
Oh,
if I tell you, girl, I just came from Stefan's house and he did this, somebody's gonna go in her ear and say, he assaulted you, girl, that's money. Hey, you can get some money from him. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that talks too much, they're trying to find out how they can scam these. I would hate to be a celebrity because you cannot trust people because they're
yeah,
always trying to get something from you. And this
yeah,
is the kind of world we live in. This world is wicked. And so celebrities have to know who got their back or who's trying to stab them in the back. That's why I don't play with this world. I pray for this world because
yeah.
these people are lost in it. If she's his chef, you're feeding him. You get what I'm saying? Do you
Well,
trust everybody to
they
feed you?
they technically said she wasn't even qualified for the job, and she got the job, I guess, basically from hunching allegedly on Stefan. But he
Okay, so see, his is Stefan the guy who has a baby with the lady that sings
Cardi
Cardi B?
B, yes, he has a
Okay,
baby with
it's
Cardi B,
that.
and they said she befriended Cardi
Oh,
while she was hunching on
sound
Stefan.
like she's a psychopath. She wants the lifestyle of somebody's life. She's living it, and she just want to be seen. So you're telling me this woman really cannot cook, but he hired her anyway, and now she's trying to get some money another way. So see what
She
I'm
was
saying?
suing him, Healing Hurt Ministries, I think for the tune of $5.5 million.
Maybe she's in the wrong profession. If she was hunting, she need to be on Figueroa.
Or OnlyFans or something, chill.
Girl,
Just
if she
saying.
can't, Miss Mean can't cook. If she can't cook,
Girl,
but he hires her to
they
cook,
said his
and
last
now
supper
she's
was a
suing
wrinkled hot
him.
dog.
Oh, see, he can sue her though.
Can he? For defamation now.
What did he hire her for, Didi?
To be a chef?
What did she cook?
Well, the all I know is the Last Supper was a wrinkly hot dog, and I ain't talking about
There
step on eggplant. I'm
they
talking
show
yeah,
he wins. You
yeah,
understand it? Us as women, you know what we do? Over exaggerate and never admit the truth in it. Because my whole thing is this. If you knew that man was having sleepovers with Cardi B and all the rest of his baby mamas, why would you want to join into that reindeer game?
exactly,
She don't love
exactly,
herself, and now she wants that man pocket. That
yeah.
man didn't he just get cut off from his team?
Yeah, well, he got traded. He went from the Patriots, and I think he's the Eagles now. They
So
traded
he
him to
don't
the
even
Eagles.
got the money. He like once a guy get cut, they're lowering
Is
his
that
ball.
right? Because
So
he
she's
went from
like,
Buffalo to Patriots. Now he's an Eagle. So yeah,
well, I hope he learned how to fly because what's gonna happen in that? He needs to get away from the pigeons because what he's doing is he's in a shallow bowl. He's with all the desperados. He's with all the girls who's the pick me. And of course, they're going to fly like a moth to a flame. He's the pick. This ain't a draft, though. This is chicks trying to get him.
yeah,
They don't get what they're in for. They just want to be picked, Dee Dee Parker.
yeah.
And we're chosen, so we don't fit in that category. So we don't really understand the pick me's, but we're praying they understand what it means because they're making us look bad out here.
Well, I just feel bad for the victims because now here we are saying, should we put false accusers on a
Yes.
public
Have you
registry?
ever met a sex offender? A registered sex offender?
No.
You know the process in which they have to do, which
Well,
is
I've heard of the
their life.
process, and I can actually
I
put in
work
my phone and see
I
who
work
is.
for the United States Post Office Service. Do you know they have to come in there and get a certified letter from me? And on there it says sex offender. Is that embarrassing?
Oh my God, yes, it
That is
is.
humiliating, Dee Dee Parker, because I don't know what you did. But you may not have done anything, but they categorized you anyway.
Yeah,
So now you got to walk around with that for life, and you can't be around school. You can't be around
yeah,
playgrounds. This is so wrong for a woman lying because her feelings got hurt.
yeah,
Why can't she control herself?
yeah,
Now, these women are raising boys to do exactly the same thing. This is the aftermath of a woman who didn't get picked, who raised boys to feel like they're the prize.
Woo!
But this is the thing
Woo!
in it.
Hold,
Knowing
hold
the
on,
prize,
hold
you
on,
have no
Hillary.
gift from God. And I tell y'all, like they say, what's good for the goose is not good for the gander. Men were never to do the same thing as women, and women were never to do the same thing as men. We have two different roles, and it's
Yeah,
built that way for a reason. Men build the houses, and women build the homes, and we're doing it for the children. And when we
yeah,
get that thought in our head, we will stop being selfish in it and playing victim in it, and just owning up to our ish in it because people are all victims now. So we all a victim. We all gonna be victims.
mm.
When
Hold
will
on.
somebody
Healing Hurt Ministries. Let me read some of these comments because they're coming in. Harlem Knight said, "True." Joey Cake said, "It should be documented. If someone accuses someone once, then it may be valid. But if it's multiple times, then maybe it should be looked into."
her
Mama said,
a liar?
yeah. Mama said she made that up. She said one thing one day and another story on the stand. She had no bruises, took no pictures, was dancing on video the next day, and her friend said she had no bruises on her. Joey Cake said she got busted in so many lies, but some will still believe her. Joey Cake said she made him yeah, I don't even know what kind of hot dog that was. She made him a crinkly hot dog, champ. Uh, Mama said she was mad because she couldn't go to Miami and everyone else was going. She was delusional. Joey Cake said she slept with him before becoming his live-in chef. Uh, Mama said she tried to say she didn't get paid for work. Hey Tony, and Joey Cake said, and it's next to impossible to be removed from the sex offender list, even if it's found out that it wasn't true. Really, y'all?
It gets ugly, Dee Dee Parker. And then on top of that, you can go on a website, type in somebody's name, and it's on there. And the scandalous part about it, because a lot of those charges get tapped in. So if you like I think they do drugs and sex together. So even if you're not even doing that, they tagged it together. So it's no wins out here for our men. It's
Yeah.
almost like they have to walk on eggshells, and it's wrong. But
Yeah.
no one protects them, but they expect them to be these men. And so, yes, at the end of the day, women, we as us, have to take a stand and say, when we know these bitches is lying, Dee Dee, we got to put them on the blast. Because I just analyzed this broad. She can't cook a hot dog, but she yelling she wants 2.3 million. Girl, go get a life or go get a job. If she want to experience in a hot dog, she better go work at Wiener's Mitchell or hot dog on the stick. Because real talk, she in the wrong lane. She's trying to be. I wish Kevin Samuels never died because he was on the mark. With everything he said, he just was drinking Red Bulls. Those are bad for your
She
heart.
said he was just drinking.
He
I didn't
was.
like
He
all
was
of his. I
hunting
didn't
them
like his mess.
ladies,
I didn't
and
like
it was
how he
bad for
delivered.
his heart. But he was on point about it. It just the truth don't sound lovely, but
Yeah.
it sets
Well,
you free.
I just didn't like how Kevin Samuels. I didn't like his approach and
Nobody
how.
liked his approach
Yeah.
because he was clowning a lot of girls. But you want to know why, Dee Dee? Because it's women like that cook chef who she's delusional in it and make every kind of woman look desperate in it that we would go the length of lying and saying we can cook just to get a man.
I guess that Poom Poom must have been good though, because he hired her to be her chef,
It
and
don't
then
sound like that. It just seems like because he doesn't. If he, if the poom poom was good, he would have cut everybody off. You understand? He took
you mean he would
everybody's
have cut
poom.
everybody off for her?
He takes everybody's poom poom, which means he has no self control.
Okay, I got what you're saying.
Because if he had a Cardi B, isn't that what y'all call a whatever? Meaning
Yeah,
she's a celebrity. But the thing is, the way you get a
maybe.
man, you have to keep that attention on that man. So what he lacking? What is he missing? What is he missing?
Yeah,
So he's gonna keep getting himself in trouble until he controls himself. He needs to be self-disciplined because it's gonna be worse broad than this cook chef lady with the hot dog because they're all trying to get the bag. Isn't that what they teaching the young ladies? Get the bag.
girl,
That's
you should.
stupid.
You should see what that damn hot dog. I should
It's
she should be a
shriveled
chef.
up. It looks like it's been in a
Oh my!
tank
It
for
looked like it was 10 days old, girl. I said, damn, well, I could be his personal chef if that's the damn case. I can cook
girl.
better than she can.
And usually because you're not a her, you're a wife. So wives
Right,
don't have to brag about what they can do. They just
right.
do it. They show up every day in that crown. She's trying to play a position and didn't even get the invite to Miami. So you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he knows she can't cook. Now, if she was a real chef, he would have flew her out there because he loves men love to
Her
eat. Do they
cooking.
not?
Right.
They like good meals, right?
Yeah, yeah.
If she could
Yep.
cook, he would have flew her. What they called it, he flew me in.
He flew me out. Yeah. He would have flew her out, but he
But
didn't fly her. And probably
he
because
didn't want
Cardi
no
was
hot
gonna be there.
dog
But
in Miami.
this is the type of female you no disrespect, you want to beat up. Cause girl, don't you ever try to get close to me so you can have sex with my man. And
You
that's what
see how
part of it
females are
was.
delusional. So again, your answer to your question is: should they be on the chart? If men are getting falsely accused and having to register as sex offenders, absolutely, false accusers should be on that same kind of list next to the person in which they accuse. Because this is the thing: that person will then go to rehabilitation. The men, because that's what I'm all about. I hate the way they do men and then treat them worse than a dog, but expect them to do everything like God.
Hmm.
And then they want to be the pick me, but they never choose themselves, Dee. That lady
Hmm.
never chose herself. Why couldn't she learn how to cook? If she really wanted a man, she would have went in culinary school. She would have went in that kitchen, and YouTube has so many cooking tutorials.
Girl.
But instead, she did it the easy route. She gave up the poochie. The poochies come included. Don't your poochies come with you?
Right.
I don't come off. I can't put it on the nightstand. It's coming included.
Uh,
You feel what I'm
right.
saying? These girls are delusional, Dee Dee, because they don't know their purpose, but someone told them, go get that man money.
Okay. Hold on, because I want to We got folks popping in and out. New folks, welcome. Discussions with Dee Dee Parker. Man, he raised a good question. So I'm asking the question. Should people who make false allegations be placed on a public registry or maybe even go to jail? Joey Cake said, this is why I say, or even maybe go to jail. Joey Cake said, this is why I stay home. You can't be accused if you weren't there. I know that's right, Joey. Mama said, what about the girls that lie about their age? And Mama said,
That's
could
a
she
good one
actually,
too, Mama,
hold on, I'm gonna
because
let you answer.
statutory rape.
Right. Hold on, I'm gonna let you answer, Healing Hurt. Hold that thought. Mama said, could she actually cook? And Joey Cake said, that's a whole nother story. Uh, it Mama said it could have been what he asked for. It could have been. He could have asked for a hot dog. You a chef. Come on now. You made a yeah, come on, Mama. Joey Cake said, Diggs is a single black millionaire who loves women. It's a blessing and a curse. Mama said she was being messy with some other women he was sleeping with, gossiping about it. I'm sure she was. Efe, you're welcome to join the chat. We are talking about welcome discussions with Dee Dee Parker. Women or men who make false allegations, should they be put on a public registry or go to jail? Joey Cake said she's 41 years old. She knew exactly who he was and what she was doing. That's why you have to document everything. And
Yeah.
Mama said, I said she could cook. She was a chef. That don't mean she could cook, Mama, because she was a chef. And I think he hired her because the pum pum was good. That don't mean she could cook. He hired her out based off what that pum
She
pum
was
was hitting off.
delusional. She was doing them tricks and stuff. I get it.
Right. And Mama said, "What up, Fa?" Mama asked you a question early, Healing Her, and then Fa, I'm gonna let you chime in because I know you probably got a lot to say about this one right here. She said, "What about the girls that lie about their age?"
I was gonna tell her statutory rape. A man should never go to jail for statutory rape when a woman lies about her age because she maliciously went in with that intent to get what she wanted, knowing that she was not old enough to receive it. And if he didn't know better, meaning he didn't know, and that's the truth. I don't think I go on dates and be like, here's my ID. Have you ever had to show your ID?
No, not ever,
First of
not
all,
once.
I'm not
I
going
mean,
to.
they asked me at the bar still. I'd be like, "Damn, I know I don't look that damn
But
young."
I'm not, girl, I'm not going to no scenery. Like a lot of those young ladies were sneaking into places, they adult scenery.
Yeah,
You not checking IDs in those adult scenery. You were here with me at this club. How did you get in here? So a lot of those men be, it gets ugly out here, Dee Dee. That's why I have to protect the men. Healing Her the Men Ministry is for exactly this, what
yeah,
you're saying. And
yeah.
it has to be done because for
Uh
crimes
oh.
that they commit,
Okay, your
the
phone had cut
men
out for a
are,
second.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
The men are rotting in prison because someone lied on them because they didn't get what they want. Or, like you said earlier, the husband found out, the fiance found out. So when she got caught, oh, it was
She
me.
screamed.
No,
Right, she screamed.
you
You're
was
right.
in that party drunk, probably doing free. A lot of people won't admit to their shame because when we were kids, why did we lie as kids? Because we don't want to get in trouble. That same behavior is going to pick up when you're an adult because they don't want to get in trouble, so they lie on it. But you're putting someone else's life now, and they
Yeah,
going to get. And usually they say the men that get held accountable for sexual crimes, they get done really bad in prison. So you got me in here getting tortured for a
yeah,
lie. You lied on my name, and I'm in here getting tortured. Should they be on? Absolutely. They need to serve that time, and they need to come out and pay all of that pay for that person that did the prison time, because you know they got to pay that back when they get out of jail. You know that?
yeah. No, I did. No, the person that accused has to pay that
No,
back.
I'm saying people that get accused
I
when
got
you
you. What
go
you mean?
to prison and you have to come back and pay the I forget what it's called. Basically, you're paying for the stay of the prison. So it's so much stuff men go through, and to get lied on, knowing that. So
It's called
whoever did,
restitution.
thank
Okay,
you.
thank you. Got
So
Fa.
that is ridiculous, right? And it just never ends for men. They are always getting hit in their pockets. They're always getting hit some kind of way, and nobody gets accounted for this. They don't. It's just it's too much, Dee Dee. It's
Got
a
you.
lot that goes with it.
Hold on, Healing Her, and then Fa. I want you to chime in. Uh, Welcome, Discussions with Dee Dee Parker. We're talking about should false accusers be placed on a public registry or should they go to jail? And then I want to add this before you chime in, FA. I don't know if you've seen Lovely Bones, the movie, or there was a book, Lovely Bones. This YT lady accused this black man of the R word. He spent years in jail. Come to find out, they were getting ready to do another book on this, something like that. Mama, you know the story too. They were getting ready to do a book, and the person doing the book investigated it and found out that it wasn't the man. So they ended up letting him out. And then the news people caught up with her and like, hey, do you want to issue him an apology? She didn't have shit to say. Bitch, you, excuse my language. This man has spent years in jail behind some shit you just said
It's the
because
image
of
he'll paint.
you.
So all
All
of
right,
this is
FA, I'm sorry. I just wanted to put that in there. And I didn't mean to call her out her, but
no,
sometimes.
that's what she is because you took a man's life. Basically, you took his
Okay,
freedom.
FA.
Yeah,
How
man. I think that she what's going on, y'all. Yeah, I
Hey,
think
FA,
that
welcome.
she said it to me perfectly. They should it should be more than just a public registry because public registry needs to be affect your life at least for the next 10 years or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, cause I want to get an opportunity for the women to change. You know what I mean? But in the same, but they should have to go to jail. Like these fake rape allegations and these fake it's just these money grabs and these lies that these women do. I think they should go to jail. Forget just the I think that they should go on public registry too for lower level offenses. But these serious ones like rape, sexual assault, and even like abuse, battery, and all that type of stuff. Yeah, man, they should go to jail because women today need to know that lying. They need to understand that our lives have value too.
Mm-hmm.
Like men's lives have value too, and it's not just so. Oh well, okay, whatever, it's okay. And then, like, I'm looking at this girl, that court case was the Stephon Diggs court case, and I just
Yeah.
see how stupid she is in the sense of she don't understand legal. And I understand most people don't understand how to talk in court and all that, but she talking to the judge like the judge a homegirl. Like
Oop.
keep looking at the judge like, well, I don't understand. And da, 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 da. She's looking at the judge. I'm like, the judge is, and it's because she think that woman judge is going to lean into her femininity or this
mm-hmm.
girl code or whatever, and be
Yeah.
like, and comfort her. And I'm like, oh no, she's supposed to be neutral. She supposed to, and the judge was neutral. Thank God the judge was like, absolutely not. This is not a fucking open dialogue for you to just say and do whatever you want. This court has structure and it has certain procedures that it has to abide by. And I think again, they really need to go to jail. And I don't want jail on nobody, but this is such a real life experience for us men. Growing up, knowing. I remember when I first got on my job. First of all, I never laid down with a white woman because I was terrified of them. Because I've seen so many movies and so many different things about, I just always believed if a white woman accused me of something, they was going to believe her. Off the
Yeah.
rip. They were just
Off
going
the
to believe
rip.
her. No evidence, no that. But then it started to convert to black women too. I was like, oh, they just as scary. Now, like if they, not gonna say they just as scary, but in as far as like legally, I started to feel like if they accuse me of something, then I am going to be found guilty no matter what. This lady had no evidence. I mean, it's so disgusting that the state even picked up this case to prosecute. There was no substantial evidence. They were supposed to throw this case out and never proceed. And it shows that it's a real life fear. They can have no evidence. It's just whatever she say, it goes, and we're gonna go to court. Yeah, she needs to go to jail. She needs to go to jail, and she needs to go to jail. I don't even want her to pay. I want her to go to jail because I
I,
believe that
yeah.
women need to see that women are actually going to jail for lying, and it'll help the future. It won't necessarily help us, but the next generation will know. Hey, you better not say that. You better be sure it ain't no. It ain't no waking up in the morning because you regretted sleeping with this man because y'all both was intoxicated that now you get to say you felt raped. You don't get to do that. See,
Yeah.
you got to be accountable for the fact that you just like how I gotta be accountable for getting drunk and spending all of my money in the club to impress you. And I gotta wake up like, oh my God, I done spent $3,000 on this. I ain't got no money left or whatever. You know what I mean? And I don't get to say, oh man, I didn't mean to do that. She took advantage of it. She knew that I had no more money. She knew that I told her. You see, the world don't work like that. You did it. Nobody had no gun to your head. You lay down with that man. You slept with that man. You don't get to wake up and say because you're disappointed in yourself because you did that with that man that now you get to go and say he took advantage of me. That shit is so. And I'm taking that personal because I've had an experience similar to that. I've had an experience where I know one of my close friends that went through something like even worse than me. I just got a, I just got a like allegation, like oh yeah, he did it, but I didn't want to do it. I said, what? She told you what? Like, you know what I mean? One of them drinks. And we had a whole long discussion about it the next day. And and I was like, she essentially said, no, I never told him I didn't want to do it. I performed certain acts on him. You know what I mean? And so on and so forth. It was her, ultimately, without going into too much detail, ultimately it was felt like if I felt like I was forced if I would have said something. Like, I felt like if I didn't do it, something
Did
was
you
gonna
have to
happen
talk
to
to the
me.
police, FA, for this?
No, we didn't go that. Thank God we didn't go that far.
Okay.
She just told her girlfriend. See, this is the thing. She got to go. I didn't call her the next day or the next 2 days. You know what was so funny? I actually had intention on calling her. I just thought she was cool. I just didn't get like catch up with you sometime. I just forgot to call. Honestly, you know what I mean? Smashing girls on the first night is not uncommon for certain level guys. So it's not
Yeah.
like this grand experience for me. And I'm like, oh man, I gotta call her. Like, no, I'm gonna get to you when I get to you, type shit. You know what I mean? And sometimes they don't women don't like that. They will try to destroy you or make up shit because anything a woman says out of her mouth, especially when it comes to that, boy, the man is already guilty. And 99% of women's ears, the woman, of 99% of women are going to automatically condemn that man as guilty. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
he's guilty. He did it. Because why would she do that? Because women don't lie. A woman, women are not capable of lying. They would never do such a thing. So he must have did it. I was like,
Yeah.
my God, the amount of benefit of the doubt that is given to women is just insane. But yeah, that's it. Yeah, go to
Oh,
jail ultimately.
you take it from me. I've been wrongfully accused, so I feel you're right. Um, new folks, welcome to Discussions with Dee Dee Parker. We're talking about false accusers. Should they be put on a registry or should they go to jail? Mama said he was paying her $2,000 a week in free room and board. Mama said Central Park 5 spent years in jail. Nothing happened to that woman. Joey Cake said, yeah, they were acquitted only because they recorded the choo-choo without her knowledge. It saved them years of being in prison. They better be thanking their lucky stars they recorded that.
Yeah.
Mama said she ran from the cameras and still won't admit she was wrong. Joey said, I left, she was drunk, and I was the only black man there. See ya. Mama said, yeah, she was playing stupid. His lawyers, who was a woman, made her look stupid. And I wanted, just because they're, like you said, thank God that judge was fair. But yeah, these women judges, they don't look at you. If you are, they don't look at you no differently. If anything, sometimes they're more harder on you than these men.
Hmm.
Uh, got you opening tea, said Mama. She didn't say it was them. She said she didn't know who did it. She thinks it was a black person. And he said Trump was the one who said it was a bunch of black thugs who did it, and has a full, yeah, I remember when he took out the full page article in the daily newspaper, and a
Hmm.
reward for the cops that arrested the person or people for the crime. All right, Healing Hurt Men's Ministry, did you have anything to add to what FA said?
No, he agreed with what I said, and I definitely agree with what he's saying. It's from experience though. Too many coincidences where false allegations have happened, and the people who falsely accuse them they don't get anything happen to them. And
No.
so if I can get away with murder, I'm going to get away with it because you're going to take my side regardless, just because. And that's why I think men act the way they act now, because it's like they feel like I'm damned if I do, if I damned if I don't, because you can't be a gentleman in this day and age because you're going to get called this. You can't be a this kind of man in this. They took what a man is out as far as what they want, but they don't realize they took all the good qualities out of what makes a man and said, I want his pocket. So you guys cashed in all the good men for money. And the
Yeah.
Bible says love of money is the root of all evil, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But the Bible also says a man who finds a wife finds what?
A
A
good
good thing.
thing. Mm-hmm.
See,
So
but you gotta be a wife.
I'd rather I tell people this. I'm not raising wives. Excuse me, I'm not raising whores, I'm raising wives.
Okay.
Amen. That's right.
Okay.
So the whores are in the
And you can't
Bible.
go out here.
It's in
Yeah.
the Bible, biblical. But if you read the scripture, Hosea did something amazing in that. Do y'all know that book?
No.
Hosea, yeah, that's when she married a whore. He was told to marry the, he was ordered to marry the whore. It was a bigger point.
And made a wife out of her, which changed
Yeah.
the dynamics.
But he ain't
Anybody
want to do it though. He didn't want to do it.
he did, and she left and did some more whore things, but God
And did
told her
some more things. Yeah.
went
Yeah.
into slavery behind her whorism, and
Yeah.
he had to buy his wife back. But he did because the point of that was he was teaching his whore to be a wife.
Mm-hmm.
Some
Yeah. I'm trying to.
are just raised to be a way they're raised. And so if you care, if men care, they'll get those whores and turn them into wives because however they're raised is the way they're going to raise the children. So if we don't break the cycle and seeing that, these women just want to be seen, Dee. At the end of the day, when we were
We gotta
children,
get.
we all want to get picked.
You said what? What was the question?
When we were children, didn't we all want to get picked and chosen?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure.
All we are just aged children that still want to be picked. Some of them haven't been picked, so they're going to remember as kids. The kids they'll say, "You bad." What
Yeah.
was that kid always doing? Getting in trouble because that's the only time they got what? The attention.
Attention. Mm-hmm.
This young lady is going to get all the attention we're giving her because regardless or not, and somebody's gonna pick it up. Zeus gonna pick it up. Somebody's gonna pick her story up and turn her into a 15-minute of fame celebrity because this
Yeah.
is what we do. We make a profit off of our misery. And
Mm.
so Stefan Diggs or whatever his name is,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, that baby is battling mental illness because he doesn't have control of himself. So he's missing a void and he's running to lust to get his fix. But if he only knew the seeds that he's busting in these women were supposed to be planted for his legacy. So we have to keep in mind what legacy we want to leave behind as
Yeah.
men, as women, as people. So his NFL career will be overshadowed by his poor decision making off the field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because guess what? They cut him because of the drama of this lie.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
But now he's
New
on.
England Patriots cut him.
Yeah, but now he's a. And I was just getting ready to say that because think about if he would have been found guilty of these charges.
He
Yeah.
would
Because
have never played again.
he's on the eat. He would have never played. He would have probably lost all of his endorsements, all of everything if he had been found guilty of these charges.
Because
So
your image is everything.
what'd you say? Healing hurt?
Your image is everything. So
Yeah.
this is an NFL image that they don't want to poison.
Yeah.
They don't want to say we got sex offenders on our staff, on our roster. They're
Yeah.
strictly American Dream Family teams. So
Yeah.
you know they got special things. And so you already know if that man is more drunk, he's a liability.
But
So,
it really
yeah.
does seem like that for, and I hate black people in general because the justice system is all. I live in Clayco County and it's all backwards here. It
Mm-hmm.
seems like you are guilty before you are innocent. in this day and age. You have to
If you're a man,
prove
100%, one
you
hundred
have to
percent.
prove your innocence.
That's one
And
hundred
even
percent.
then, when you prove your innocence, it's like, oh well, man, no, maybe you still
Well,
you
if
might
you
still
You
did this.
still screwing. Why was you drinking
Yeah,
so much? Why was
right.
you know what I mean? They're gonna start nitpicking shit, you know what I'm saying? One thing I wanted to add, I think we were talking about when you was like, this is how men feel. I think another thing that I noticed, and I like to speak for the average man, because a lot of times these ain't my own experiences, but I know that I can step out of my life and understand that the average man deals with a lot more than I may deal with, right? So 'cause I might have the things on paper. I'm over 6 foot. Right. I make over six figures. I look the part, right? I look the part. You know what I mean? So I may not have to deal with some of the things. But one thing that I noticed, and I'm teaching my daughter this too,
Hmm.
that I noticed that our women have, I would like to see them change. And that is be kind to people that's kind to you. Remember when a guy would open the door to you or say you look nice, and a woman would automatically smile, whether they like that guy or not. They were like, "Oh, thank you," and they were just like nice people.
Yeah.
Even if they don't, even if they were going to still turn that man down with his next advance, they did. Our women have turned. You can't even be nice to
You
them
can't. You
without
can't.
getting
He's
added
not
to. Oh, why
lying.
you talking to me? Why
Yeah,
you
he's not
like?
lying.
Oh
Yeah,
my God!
you're not
Like,
lying.
stems from. It stems from you look like what hurt them. So these are people
no, they
who
look less than.
hurt.
No, they
Huh?
look at you as less than. You're not worthy. Let me
They
tell you, it's
do.
basically you're not worthy of you even saying,
You
speaking to
know,
me.
because
I bet they do it to women too.
yeah,
I I
Oh,
personally
really?
they do. I and I'm sorry, Healing Her Ministries. I don't mean to cut you off.
no, because
I
I'm
was
telling you both, it's the same answer.
Yeah, I was in the beauty shop yesterday. Beauty shop at Harlem Night. She did my hair yesterday. Another hairstylist walked in with her daughter. Did not speak, didn't say nothing. Her little daughter looked at me, did not speak and say nothing. And I'm like, damn, you are training your daughter to have the same
Right.
attitude and mentality as you do. Because when you enter a room, you should be teaching that child to speak. That's the
How
proper
about it?
thing to do.
Look
I
at
was
this
like,
girl. She was so nasty to this dude. She was like the audacity of you think you could. The nigga was like, how you doing? You look beautiful or something like that. It was, it was polite. It was clearly an advance, but it was polite. It was tasteful. And it was like the girl looked at her. I never forget. The girl looked at him with like a stank face and kept walking. And I
Mm.
was like, oh my God. You know what? Remember that I just watched something, boy. They say like black women don't feel protected by black men.
Mhm.
It makes me think about this thing from Kevin Samuels one day where the girl told Kevin Samuels, I don't have to smile. Like the dude said, smile. Right? And the woman was like, you gotta smile. You gotta tell me I gotta smile. Something like that, right? And what I realize is you do owe things to strangers in your
mm,
community. And just like we owe things to strangers, like a man owes certain things to women. But guess what? A woman owes things to men. So I'm gonna give you an example. A man owes to get up and give his seat up to a woman if there's no seats left. He owes that to a woman he doesn't even know. He
yeah.
owes women open their door when it's not somebody like going into a room when he don't even know them. He owes it to an elderly woman to carry her bags to her car if he sees it, and that's a stranger. That's because we are taught that we do owe strangers of the opposite sex stuff. And guess what? Women, we also owe it to her just being a woman to protect her. If she see three guys beating on her or three women beating on her, that we owe it to women to go in there and break that fight up, whether we
You
know
gotta go,
anybody
though. Be
involved
careful
or
with that,
not.
though, FA. You gotta be
No,
careful
no,
with
but
that.
I'm just saying, I know it
Yeah.
kind of got diluted over time. But the point is, I'm trying to make the point of that we owe certain things to strangers. And what I was saying is, women, y'all owe it to men too. You owe it to be kind and smile and be nice to men that you don't know. You don't get to turn your nose up to men that you think are less than you.
Yeah,
Mm.
I agree. I agree. Healing her because I know you want to say something. Hold on, let me read these comments and I got you. Mama said, now that, not Mama, Joey Cake said, now that's so true. I had a female tell me verbatim, I believe all women. Many women really feel this way. It's like releasing a bag of leaves in a hurricane. You'll never get all the leaves back. Ooh, child, you better use that. Mama said she will be on Lifetime, LOL. And Joey Cake said he still may lose endorsements. He probably will. And Mama said, I still do that regardless. Be kind. She said that's because men have made them women relevant. And Joey Cake said, yo, I told a woman happy birthday. Her response was, aren't you married? True story.
Ooh,
No, Joey. That's crazy.
like, give me my happy birthday back.
Yeah,
No.
you
Nah,
evil witch.
yeah, I'm telling you,
Joey
yeah, that's
Cake said
real.
to Mama, I just shook my head and walked away. Mama said, men don't do it anymore. They record it and post it on Instagram. Um, But I mean, you brought up a very valid point because if I'd be like, I just don't understand the attitude sometimes because I'd be like, why I didn't do it to you? Like, why are you this way with me? I'm
Same,
supposed to be a sister. We supposed to
the
be uplifting
same,
one another.
the same like I said about the men. You look like somebody that hurt them. The same with women. We look like what hurt them because they took it so personal. When you take everything personal, Dee, that's emotion. So
Yeah,
we have to learn to control our emotions in that. So if a woman walks in and a man is telling you these are how it's gonna be, and she still oversteps, okay. If a man said, "Baby, this gonna be just casual sex," and this woman is going to the wedding shop planning her wedding, who's delusional?
yeah, she is.
So she's telling all her friends, "Girl, I got Stefan Diggs. I cook for my baby." She's delusional.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because in her mind, she thinks she's gonna get to wait till a man's heart is through his stomach. She's telling herself these things. But you just told me that she got introduced to him through the woman we all knew he was with.
No, I think
So
she was having sex with him and then he hired her as. Is that how the story goes, Fa? Because I really
He was
didn't follow
sleeping
the
with
story.
everybody in the house, which is crazy.
she
He
was
sleeping with all of them. Yeah,
and
she
he
thought she was special. That's what it
Yeah,
was.
she thought she was gonna
She
be
was
everything.
losing position. See, she was
yeah.
losing her position. She started to see that he was starting to maybe check for the assistant a little more, feeling
Ah,
her because he was sleeping with the assistant, he's sleeping with the chef, he's sleeping with, and that's the massage girl. He was sleeping with.
Well, that's
Like
his
he,
problem. You're not supposed to sleep with all the people you hiring.
yeah, he was there. That's dangerous. That's actually dangerous. You don't want to sleep with your help.
right.
So he did. I'm telling y'all, that man needs to heal
You
himself.
know, he from where I'm from, right?
What? Baltimore?
Stephon Diggs.
Are
No,
you
he
from
from
Baltimore?
PG County.
Oh,
Hell
is he?
no.
Where are you from?
Nah.
DC, right?
Well, PG County, Maryland. So
Oh,
Okay.
we border DC.
Okay.
We literally, you can go across the street is DC, go across the street is PG County.
Okay.
So he's from PG County. He's the place where everybody that's relevant from Maryland and DC is from PG County. Like Kevin Durant, the basketball player, all of
Oh, I
the
didn't know
people
that.
you know, Maya, Genuine, everybody that
What?
say, Taraji P. Henson, everybody
What?
that say they from DC, they're from PG County.
Oh, wow.
It just says Washington DC, just like how I told you Washington DC because it's more. We are more connected with Washington D.C. and the culture. Other than if we say Maryland, you're gonna think Baltimore, and
yeah.
we're nothing like Baltimore, so we
I
never
was about
say
to say
Maryland.
because you definitely don't got that Baltimore
Yeah, yeah,
accent.
yeah, yeah. See, we
Yeah.
talk more like D.C., but when you from here, you know it's a separate thing, even from being from D.C. We wouldn't say that here. Like locally, I wouldn't say I was from D.C. I would say I'm from
Okay.
Maryland. I'm from PG County. But
Okay.
for people that's not from here, we'll just say D.C. You know what I mean? But all the stars that you know, they're from PG County.
Had no idea. Wow, you learn
Yeah.
something new every day. Hold on. Discussions with Dee Dee Parker. We've been chatting about, and we got another 10 minutes, and then we're going to get off here. We've been chatting about this whole Stephon Diggs thing. This man did raise a good question, and I decided to bring it to the chat. Should people who make false allegations be placed on a some sort of registry or even receive jail time? Mama said amen to that. Control your emotions. And she said she wasn't delusional. She knew exactly what she was doing. She was picking outfits with Cardi. LOL. And Mama said he like a spoiled child. Too many cookies in the cookie jar. I mean,
Oh,
And guess what? Stephon
he's
Diggs been
young,
having
gifted,
his
and
way
black
for a
and
long
rich.
time too. He been getting girls like that for the longest. Like he a little younger than me, but Stephon Diggs he was real good in high school.
Yeah,
Obviously he from where I'm from, so he always been like big name where we from. You know what I mean? He really been he really blew up when he made it to the NBA. Like we're not surprised because when you that man from around the way, you always gonna get the girls. But when you start getting like all the celebrity girls too, it's like that shit crazy. It is weird to see.
talk. So if all of them having conversation and your name come in the topic of discussion, everybody's gonna talk and know that you the main topic of discussion. So it seemed like he just got messy in his little play.
yeah.
You
Um,
see what?
but this story, I mean, like I say, this could have ended very terribly for Stephon Diggs.
Oh,
Just,
water.
had he been found guilty of these charges, I think he was charged with strangulation and some other stuff. I mean, he could have lost his whole football career. So everything he worked for. So I think you also have to be mindful of who you lay down with. Healing hurt. You're muted.
Yeah, I was muted. What did you just say? I heard
I
what you
said
were saying.
I think you have to also be mindful of who it is that you lay down with as well. You know what I'm saying? Because what's good for the goose ain't always good for the gander. You feel what I'm saying? So
This is the thing.
100%.
I wouldn't let just strangers touch me like that. That's weird to me. So
yeah,
why he not getting it that he should? I don't think he got the right people around him that's encouraged him to be mindful of the decision making he make. Even with being a player, if that's what he wanted, he not being a responsible player to me. I think
No,
he's
he's not. He's not.
he's just reckless with it. It's just the way you
Nah,
move.
he
Some
definitely reckless with it. He's 100% reckless with it.
because he could tell them like, okay, that man is in position to tell every last woman that's on his arm. If he put them all in the room and say,
But
y'all, he's
you know
choosing.
what it is though. Him personally, I'm gonna tell you what it is because I know him. I know him a little. It's like we
Okay.
know each other when I see him, and that we dab each other up. I know what it is this. And I've seen it because I so many of the people. I went to high school with Kevin Durant. He's my age. We played on the
Oh,
same basketball team. Meaning, like I've seen so many of my peers become legit stars and millionaires and all this stuff, and I see it in real life because I know their personality. Let me tell you what it is. When you get so much money
hmm.
you start and you develop a new normal. You're
Hmm.
new that old person, that person that didn't have money, that don't exist no more. You've been
Yeah,
rich for 10 years now. You've been
yeah,
rich. This is your and when I tell you this, man, it's because they have been able to do whatever they want
yeah,
essentially for so long that now seems normal.
yeah,
And being reckless, yeah, it's easy to say, yeah, man, he reckless. He been being reckless for 10 years.
yeah,
It ain't like
now because no one wants to get allegations on them,
yeah,
and that's the thing. So now he's gonna. If I pray he moves now with calculated measures on his life, because if that bra was able to get that close, I don't want no other person that close, because that's just it could have went left.
yeah,
Thank God it didn't.
yeah,
Thank God it didn't, because he don't deserve that. That's the thing of that. His lifestyle should not make him feel like people can take advantage of his status and
yeah,
yeah.
oh, he did
This is
this to
that.
me to get a bag. That's wrong. So
yeah.
that's how I'm feeling it. So to answer your question, is my final thought in it. Yes, they need to be on that registry just the same way that the person that they lied on, they need to go through the same exact process, because anybody that has to feel what that person went through, that's mental anguish. That
Before
is.
you get off, though, Healing Her, I want to ask both of you guys a question. Super Pat, welcome. We got 5 more minutes discussions with Didi Parker. I'm going to have them answer the question, then we're going to do some final thoughts. We've been talking about false accusers. Should they be placed on some sort of registry, or should they go to jail? So my question to both of y'all is, if we are placing these people on a registry or sending them to jail, I mean, what does that look like?
I think that they should go to jail for the same. Well, I think that it should be. So let's say an assault is a five. They looking at 5 years. I think they should do half.
So if you mean they're accusing the person of assault, they should do half of their
They should do half of what the maximum time is for that particular charge.
charge. Okay, I see what you're
Yeah,
saying.
yeah, yeah. So if the guy was looking at 5 years, well, I just think that
Because
we loosely
how are
think
you going
talking
to hold
about it.
them? Because I think that's my thing. Yeah, we could put them on a registry, but who's going to hold them accountable? How
No, no,
how
no.
is that going to
That's
be?
why I said jail. The registry is not
Or
that
jail? Like,
because
but who's going to hold them accountable? Like, are we
the
taking
court
these people to
system.
court? So
No,
we're
no,
taking.
I think it should be a follow up. Like I think it should be in the system where it's automatically an appeal that you file right after your non guilty verdict. Then Stephon Diggs lawyers can then file an appeal for like false statements or false allegations or something right then
Definitely.
and there. And then that way, because they already have all the evidence from the non guilty verdict, they can make a determination. Like she could be just now have a new case for sentencing. She'll be now found guilty of sentence. No, and she'll be looking at her sentence. She get to fight her case on how much time she get. I don't think they should just get like maximum. I think it should be like a case by case type of
So you
situation.
don't
And
think it should like be a jury thing, like where a jury be like, "Nah, you're definitely guilty of accusing somebody of false out."
no, I
Here,
think the judge. No, I think it should only be done by the judge.
The
okay,
court case already happened when the person
Yeah, the
got it.
court case already happened.
This
okay,
is what needs to be happening. This is what has to take place. It's going to be something new, which means it's a new portion of a system where this person has to come home and get rehabilitated for their life being taken, and the person who was falsely that was lying, they need to come into that same system because now they got to get rehabilitated because both of those people's life will change forever.
And
The
guess what? You know what people don't. You forgot.
needs to learn
Everybody's not
that.
rich. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No,
let her finish healing
my
her.
part, the
Healing her.
consequences is you took someone's life,
Yeah,
Yeah.
your freedom. So they
yeah,
need to me, I think they need to both be rehabilitated in the same sanction so they can understand because that person needs to be around. I really believe it should go hand in hand where they have to be in some kind of program together because they need to see what pain they cause that person.
yeah.
They do
What I
because
was about to say is
nobody
everybody's not rich.
way what they went through in prison.
You're
Can't no
right.
one nothing can
No,
get
you
that.
talking about if they got. Hold on. Healing hurt. You talking about the person went to jail for that false allegation.
What I'm saying, she asked the question, how would you handle the false accuser, right?
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
so if I say you rape me and you go to
Right.
jail but I lied, you
Yeah. So
should
I did go to jail.
you I should now get your place as far as everything that was done to you. Meaning
Oh
we
yeah,
now
yeah, yeah. Swap.
because
Okay.
the crime was on you, but I lied on it.
Yeah,
So
yeah, sure.
your life. Now that should be me in there, taking swapping out, but it's a program because I want you and me to now understand. I have to be. Y'all remember that movie? Come on, Monica.
Was
With
it acrimony?
no, no, no. It's a scary movie, but it was about gangsters. It's Tales from the Hood.
Yes. Okay. I remember.
So
He's like, "What?
the
You
young
never
man
seen?"
who had to sit in the chair and see the people he killed. That's the
Yeah.
program they put him in. It was a rehabilitation program. They were trying to rehabilitate him to show him all of what he committed, the crimes, the drive-bys, all of the people he killed,
Yeah. I remember that.
to condition his mind back to show him changes. So they was just rehabilitating him. That's what needs to be done for both of those parties because this man now has to be healed from what he was traumatized in. I need to be healed from traumatizing a human being. So I need to go in to see why the human in me was
Yeah.
not showing
Yeah,
inhumanity.
yeah, for sure.
And
I
so that,
thought you was talking about the people. I thought you was talking about. I agree with everything you just said. I thought you were talking about Stephon Diggs. When Stephon Diggs didn't go to jail, he
no,
got yeah, yeah. But
that's
that
what
she should still go to jail. But the girl should still go to jail for lying.
will be evaluated because I really think she needs to go to a mental institution because,
No, I don't think so. I think she's a typical woman.
but that's mental illness, baby.
Well, yeah, I agree. I think a lot about. But this is what I'll say too, though. Everybody not rich like Stephon Diggs, and Stephon Diggs got accused of assault, and where in most cases he was able to pay a bond or whatever and not
Yeah.
sit in jail until it's time for him for his case.
Yeah.
Some people go to jail and have to sit in court. I mean, sit in jail until their court case and get found not guilty, even though they spent a year or 6 months in jail. See what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So that's another thing we need to look into too, because 100% her ass need to be going to jail. You need to be going to jail. I guarantee you the woman wouldn't be lying. The girl clearly lied. She deleted text messages where it said, I'm gonna ruin his life or something like that. Like, so we know you lied. We know you lied about all of this stuff. You see what I'm saying? She
But
should be doing.
FA jail was an option for that. I think she was suing him. So should she have to pay him some sort of restitution now?
No, so no, no, no. No, this was not a civil case. This was a criminal case. So
Oh,
she
was it?
wasn't suing. No, this was the criminal case. It wasn't a civil case. This is why they brought up. Didn't your lawyers propose $5 million to a cease and desist? But you can't do that in a criminal case. That's
Okay.
only for a civil case. What
Okay.
she tried to do is file a workman's comp. She just tried some bullshit shit, and that was on the side from criminal. When you go to when you charge somebody of a crime, that is hold on. Let me just say this. She did what real victims are supposed to do. Where you know you got girls that get accused of rape or they accuse somebody of rape, but they don't file any criminal charges against them.
Yeah.
They it's just like was a Shannon Sharp. Shannon
Yeah.
Sharp, that woman accused him of rape or sexual assault or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But she
Yep.
didn't file no criminal charges.
She did
He
it too.
filed civil charges
Yeah.
because she just want money. So that's why people would be like, well, if he really raped you, why don't you want him to go to jail? Well, she actually filed criminal charges when she
Okay.
should have only filed civil charges. She took that 100 grand that he offered her. And you see, hey, hold on.
Yeah.
And you know what's that's another thing that's not spoken about? You see how that man was innocent? He still offered money. So I want the women to know that just because a man gives another woman money, sometimes it's easier to pay the person off because you know how much money Stephon Diggs probably had to pay his lawyers for this case.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was a
And
lot more than 100 grand. I
and he's
promise you
not going
that.
to be reimbursed for none of that money.
$1.
Yeah. Joey Cake said Dick's teammate made him the least likely person that I would introduce my sister to. And then I want y'all to drop your final thoughts. Most people didn't know much about Dick's personal life until Cardi B. He's not the first promiscuous athlete and definitely won't be
Right.
the. Hey, Tasha, but we miss you. Joey Cake said, great point. Everyone doesn't have bail money. Workers' comp for the. And you're right. Yeah, everybody doesn't have bail money. Trust me. I going back to I hate to bring my situation because if I would have been probably sitting too had my shit did
You know
not
what
get
I'm saying? Yeah,
so
that's
I
real.
have been wrongly, falsely accused. But it wasn't even by a person. It was by the gas police department. So that's should they be held accountable for making false
yes,
accusations?
they're bullies
But I
because
Yeah.
heard that I was told that the police can lie to you, but you can't lie to them.
No, the police. No,
anybody be
they can lie to you under certain circumstances.
Yeah.
Under certain circumstances, they can lie to you. They can't. They. You know how they be like. You know how a prostitute will ask the John, are you the police?
Yeah.
And they be like, no, I'm not the police. Well, he is the police. And he can't lie and say he's not the police. You see what I mean? There are
Oh no,
circumstances
no,
where
no,
they can
no.
lie and
I'm
say, you know what I mean?
I was I was lied on,
On.
charged with sat in jail for 2 weeks until they found out, okay, this isn't you. So they, and my lawyer's like, well, you do know the police can lie to throw you off. I had no idea. I
Yeah,
get lie.
they can. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, they can. They can
yeah,
lie when they doing
I
an investigation. They don't have to tell you like
yeah, I
they don't
can't
have to
lie.
be upfront with you and tell you everything. They can because they trying to get you to admit to something.
Yeah.
You know what
So
I'm saying?
I had no idea that the police can lie. So I mean, you live and you learn. So I definitely understand the false allegations, and I feel like everybody, if you lie, you should be held accountable. So
Because
Right.
those
what
are my
happens
final thoughts. What are you
is
guys' final thoughts?
it's
And
the
we'll
afterthought that happens. It's the aftermath of what happens. Did your life change when you were put in a situation you know you
Lord
were
did.
falsely not? You know what I'm saying? Did it change you at
Think
any?
that yeah. I think
So
as a man, I think that a woman should get the most time for those sexual assault allegations. That shit is worse stain on a man's name than anything, because men now look at you like a vicious
everybody,
person.
Yeah.
It ain't just women. You got men, especially these caping ass men that believe everything women say too. You know what I mean? So they gonna get in there and just scream out that shit. Then you got men like me that's somewhat neutral. At least I like to think that I am. That
Some
I'm
days
a,
you are.
I'm, yeah,
It
you
could be
know.
better.
I think that even me, I'm gonna get to a point where I'm gonna be like, damn, if he get found guilty, you know what I mean? I'm gonna be like, damn, he might have did it, and this nigga is, because I mean, sexual assault does happen, so I can't act like it just doesn't exist. There
Yeah.
are men that do it, so I'm gonna be. But what the problem is, that shit is just the worst because you know what? Nobody never. You will always in the hood. The truth will never matter. The allegation is
Yeah.
always going to be on your name forever.
Yep.
Oh, that's
oh,
that guy. That's that
Yep.
guy that they say that be raping, that be
they
touching girls.
say
I
you're
know
snitching.
guys
Yeah,
that still get that label from
yeah,
something that they got was accused 10, 15 years ago. And to this day, if anybody that knows him and they be like, oh, what's up with him? He seems like a nice guy. Oh, yeah, he cool, but you know, like they used to say he used to touch on girls. You know what I mean? Just they
Yeah.
always gonna be a part of your name, whether you was innocent or not. Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying?
All right. Let's do final thoughts. Healing hurt. I'm gonna let you go first, and then FA, I'll let you wrap it up.
with my healing hurt and men ministry, I will, because I got people in needs to be a thing where it does need to be a thing put now into place for special circumstances like this, because honestly, you've ruined someone's life and you don't see that as a problem. So now there should be a program to rehabilitate this person who just had to go through this hell because someone lied on their name, because they could lose everything behind it
Yeah.
and nobody bats an eye. But the woman can get off and just say, oh, my bad, and keep it pushing. That's wrong. So, yes, we need to have something in place for them to be compensated, rehabilitated, and just so that it doesn't happen again. Because too many of our men are in prison right now, didn't even get a court case yet. They
Yep.
just rotting in prison
Yep.
because
Think
someone just
about think about all the women that weaponize the police when they get upset with their man. They call that police on that man, and they've been beating on that man in that house that whole time, hitting that man
Yeah.
the whole time. The
yeah,
first time he pushed her back because we naturally stronger, he might have pushed her and she fell and scratched her head on the wall and stuff, and he don't got no scratches. And I'm telling you, it happens all the time. The police come on there, the nigga never snitch. They gonna be like, what happened? Man, we were just arguing. That's it. That's what that girl do. He hit me. So
Yeah.
then he gonna be like, hold on. And now it's too late because they like, you going to jail. He be like, dog, she been hitting me all day. And the police gonna say, well, we asked you what happened and you said no. And now that you going to jail, you trying to say that she hit you.
Yeah.
See, I'm telling you what happened, and they're not gonna believe him. And,
they
but the police know that that girl was hitting on them and just can't prove it.
they
Healing
do it to
hurt.
get
Did you
themselves
finish?
out of
Okay.
trouble.
Yeah.
That's sad. They lie to get themselves out of trouble, and the man takes the blame. Look at Tory Lanez is his name with the Megan Thee
Yeah.
Stallion,
Yep.
because he cheated on that girl with Meg. Isn't that what happened?
Something
You know, he
like
fucked
that.
her friend. He fucked
Yeah.
her
So
friend, Meg's friend.
so
Yeah.
he took the blame, but that girl knew she was wrong in it and tried to play innocent in it. And then that's what we don't do. This is what we have to do. We have to tell ourselves who we are in it. Because I watched that girl drink a whole bottle of Hennessy through a straw.
Damn.
But she a victim. So we can't pretend that I'm a hood chick. And I'm not going to come in here and be like, oh, with my pearls clutched. No, I know.
Oh,
I'm never going to pretend to play, oh, I didn't know. Yes, I did know. I knew what time it
right.
was. When we play victim, we're showing that we don't even like being honest with ourselves. So
Yeah.
we as women, because I can't be a man and I can't talk for a man, I just stand for men because too many of our men have been lied on and lied to. And the sad part about it is
No
no
one
one,
cares.
they don't protect
Yeah.
their image. They don't protect, men have it hard because they got men dressing up as women portraying to be us.
Ooh, wait a
Then they
minute.
got women dressed up pretending to be us women. Then they got, it's too much. Then they got little girls dressing up to be women. So if you got a little girl
Hey,
dressing up to be me, you got a man dressing up to be me, then you got a bum bitch dressing up to be me.
Mm,
That man is confused. Isn't that confusion, y'all?
yeah. Yeah.
hell yeah.
It's hard because y'all bring the confusion to the man, and the man just sitting there like, I didn't know. And then when he gets stuck with any of those, y'all tag him a pedophile, y'all tag him a tranny
Mm,
lover, y'all tag
mm,
him something that he's not. And he just got caught up with one of those people playing games on him. And that's why men need to be protected because funny how y'all want to love on them, funny how y'all want to like on them, but when they don't give you what you want, now they the
Mm.
good
the
people in the
worst
room.
things in the world.
Y'all walk around getting hugged and kissed on. That's bullshit. So I'm calling out the bullshit today. So I take a stand and I will help right in that for men or women that are falsely accused of something. That person that falsely accused definitely needs to take their ass to jail.
Yeah.
Amen, sister. Essay, what is your final thoughts?
Yeah, same thing. I think that they just need to go to jail for stuff like that. Just the power of the woman's mouth, the woman's voice was um underappreciated and undervalued at one point in society, right? And the pendulum was way too to the left where you could do anything to women back in the day and the men wouldn't go to jail, right? And now they try to correct it, but then they done overcorrected it and swung the pendulum all the way to the other end. And now anything a woman says is the truth, and the power behind it has been displayed through the ruining of men's career, just this subconscious. You know what? I try to relate to women now because this subconscious fear that I have of a woman being able to have a certain level of power over if something goes left. I try to relate to women a little bit now, when they say they feel like not safe, you know what I mean, around certain men. Well, that's how I feel around y'all too sometimes. That's why I'll be like, I'm getting the motherfucker up out of here. You know what I mean? Because this girl say this, man, I'm be ass out. So I just think that yeah, they need to go to jail because it needs to balance out, and they need to know that there are consequences for the thing. They don't get to cry their way out of everything. I'm sick of women manipulating men through their tears. Like
Yep.
they think they can just cry their way out of everything. It's like on program. You see her, you seen it in the interview. Once she started to get choked up on certain questions, she'll turn to her emotions. And she'll do like this. Just, can you just give me a moment? Can you give me a moment? I know the power and the manipulation because everybody wants to save this woman in distress and they use it as a weapon. So yeah, they need to go to jail, and there needs to be some harsh cases in the front where people get some real legitimate time. That way, these women in the future, it needs to start spreading like wildfire for people to be like, oh, so and so just got 10 years
Yeah.
for lying
For
on that
lying.
man. Yeah, 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 for lying on that man. I guarantee you, it'll be a
Live.
drastic drop in that.
When you start seeing it in live, consequences
Yeah.
live to
Oh
let
yeah.
that's when they'll shut the heck up in it because see, this the thing.
Yeah.
As long as females do the the girl code and stuff. But they don't. I would never trust females because they go on girl trips and kill you. So understand,
Girl.
females are not to
Yeah,
be trusted because they the ones that do the scheming and scamming. And I'm a female to say it. I
yeah,
know the pimp learned that game from what? Do y'all know? Who did a pimp learn a game from?
Who did a pimp?
woman.
Who
A
did a pimp?
woman.
Oh,
How can they
Mhm.
convince you? You see what I'm saying?
yeah.
So let me tell you how this works. If I know that a man got his game from a woman, I'm teaching a man to understand when he's getting game by a woman.
Mm.
That's
He got a name from a woman, got his
You,
game from a woman.
you better
Yeah, you know
come
that
get
Tupac
up, girl.
song?
F.A., where the hell
I
is you
just
at?
said
Is you on
that in my
vacation,
video
friend?
today.
Yeah, I'm out Houston for a couple days.
All right, friend. Will you
Or at
be safe?
least till tomorrow. Yeah, I was
Thank you.
turning up, boy. You should
Be
look at
safe.
my story. I was cooked last night. Go ahead.
You be safe, and you please act
Oh
right.
yeah, yeah.
Please and thank you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm telling.
Um, y'all have made some great points. Like I said, being a person that has been falsely accused, I definitely know how that feels. I definitely
Right.
what how it changes your life, like, to be
Mm,
wrongfully accused of something, and then to try to come and bounce back from that. And especially I don't get into the allegations because I'm embarrassed to talk about what I was charged with, but
right.
they serious that these people were trying to charge me with, and I'm thankful that they were dismissed. So
Right.
but had they
Don't into
not, this
so
could have
defaming
ended
your
up
character.
following me for the rest of my life. So
Lies. Yeah. How about it?
yeah. So
They
I'm
defamed
with you
character,
guys.
Dee.
Huh?
They defamed your characters, but they did.
They did. They did. But that's another story for another day, because
Cardi
baby,
B got
they don't even
gazillions
know,
for
they
that.
know what is on the way for their asses. I mean, they are aware, because yeah, everything has been filed.
I'll
Yeah.
be your defense team because honestly, that's my alleyway.
Okay, girl. Well, we're gonna have to coordinate, collaborate. But the rest of y'all, thank y'all for tuning into Discussions with Dee Dee Parker. Tomorrow's Friday. We'll do it again, maybe tomorrow, because some of y'all are already.
Exactly.
It's Mother's Day weekend. Oh my God. Mo, happy Mother's Day if I don't see you on here tomorrow. So
Oh,
happy
I
Mother's Day.
appreciate you. Love you.
Happy Mother's Day
Thank
to all
you.
my moms. My mama, I love you to Reese's Pieces.
You
Baby, you
are
about to get.
appreciated.
Oh my gosh. If it was not for my mama, I tell you,
I
this
love your mama.
hell of a year for Dee Dee. If it was not for my mama, I
I
don't.
want your mama to go live on one day. Tell her we want her to go
She
live
don't.
because
Yeah,
her
why
son.
she come up here? Hold on,
She
yeah,
don't.
because
I
she
want
having the most to say.
that.
Why she never come up
She
here?
don't like to be on camera. Okay. She don't.
Why,
She
mama?
does.
You
For the
better
man, well,
be.
she can cover up her face. I mean, she can do the little, she
I'll
can do
tell her.
this.
Yeah, I'll tell her, but she don't like being
Yeah.
on camera,
We just
child.
want to talk to her from her point of view because she be giving us her point of view from her generation. We younger than her, but she be telling us like, no, that's not what it's supposed to be. So we need
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. I'll tell her. She ain't gonna get on here though, but I'll tell her.
Oh, mom.
Uh,
Alright. Anyway, if I
It
don't
sound
see
like
y'all
she's like,
tomorrow, have a
please.
great and blessed weekend. And again, happy Mother's Day
Love
to
you,
all my
Dee.
moms.
Love you,
All right.
Bebe.
All right,
love
FA.
y'all too.
Hey,
Go.
FA.
I will.
All
Go.
right.